Here are my 6 tips for doubling the value of your business when you're ready to sell. One business that I worked with that followed this playbook wound up getting a deal done. Following these tips literally made them $33 million. My first tip is to commission an independent valuation of your business. Now, here's what that does for you. The independent valuation of your business gives you the information you need to be a credible negotiator with potential buyers because you're going to have an understanding of the value of your business and it will empower you to evaluate and identify strong offers versus weak offers. The strong offers you want to pay more attention to, and the weak offers you may want to dismiss very quickly because they can become a distraction. In addition, the valuation that you commission should give you great insight in terms of the things that you can do to improve the value of your business by pointing out the weaknesses. Those weaknesses usually take the form of risks of the business, which could include things such as market position, exposure to competition, key person risk, litigation risk, product concentration risk, and so forth. The valuation is going to give you what in effect amounts to a punch list of things that you can address and take care of before you put the business on the market to begin with. And when you do that, when you put a more complete risk-free business on the marketplace, you're going to find it much easier to market and ultimately sell. Tip number 2, improve the business's curb appeal. You may find it superficial, but the fact of the matter is appearance matters. If you have a brick and mortar business, you might want to spruce it up before putting it up for sale. Give it a fresh coat of paint, new furniture, tidy things up that may be in disarray around the office, the warehouse, or the factory floor. Make sure that the visuals of your business provide a good first impression. If your business is virtual, consider updating your website and your social media presences. Those things matter because they're often the first things that people see when they encounter your business, and they create that first impression. Tip number 3, have your financial statements audited independently. A financial statement audit de-risks your business from the perspective of an investor or a buyer because it gives them greater confidence that your financial information is reliable and has been presented independently. Furthermore, a financial statement audit makes sure that your financial data is presented according to GAAP, generally accepted accounting practices, and this prohibits or at least greatly reduces the risk of a misunderstanding about your financial information in the future. A financial statement audit will help you save a buyer or investor the trouble of doing the audit themselves through something called a quality of earnings report. It will make their due diligence process easier and cheaper, and generally just makes it easier to buy your business. 4, consider retaining an investment banker or business broker. An investment banker or business broker's job is to present your company to the marketplace and attract the highest price possible. They often accomplish this by marketing your business to a wide range of buyers with the hopes of attracting multiple bidders that are going to drive up the price by competing with one another for the opportunity to buy your business. Now, a key to managing the investment banker relationship is to stay engaged. A common mistake that I see with companies that retain investment bankers is that they simply outsource the entire process to the banker, which bankers are often happy to do, but may not result in the optimal outcome for you. It's your business, and you need to take ownership of the process of selling that business, even if you're retaining important help such as an investment banker or a business broker. Tip number 5, give yourself time. Businesses often take months and sometimes years to sell. If you want to sell your business very, very quickly, you may have to accept a lower price in order to encourage buyers to be more aggressive in their bidding for your business. But the more time that you give to sell your business means the more time that you have to make fixes or upgrades to your business to make it more marketable and attractive to potential buyers. And it also simply gives more time for the market to develop. Buyers take their time when they're exploring buying a business. They have their own processes to go through. They may need to arrange financing. They're going to investigate your business in a process called due diligence. The more time that you give buyers to accomplish this, the more comfortable they're going to be to make a serious offer to make that purchase. And the 6th and final tip is make sure that you have a great advisory team around you. Your advisory team at a minimum should include your valuation expert, your corporate attorney, and your corporate accountant. Together, we form a team that provides different perspectives about the pros and cons of selling your business to a particular buyer at a particular price and at particular terms. A team approach is much more likely to yield the result that you want rather than something that's siloed. Take advantage of the multiple disciplines of expertise that are available to you. These tips are practical and will have a material impact on the ultimate selling price of your business.
I
For
like that.
example, one business that I worked with that followed this playbook that I just shared with you today, and they received an initial offer to buy their business for about $35 million, which they turned down because they had a valuation that I provided that suggested that the value of their business was actually closer to $70 million. To the client's immense credit, they took my advice, they stuck to their guns and turned down the offer, which could have put millions of dollars into their pocket right away. But instead, they held out for 9 months. They worked on some of the things on the business that I just discussed in my tips. And then 9 months later, the very same buyer came back and made an offer to buy the business for $68 million. And they wound up getting a deal done. So following these tips literally made them $33 million. I have another client that put their business on the market for 2 years. And even with the help of an investment banker, ultimately failed to sell their business, even though the company was generating $100 million of revenue and was quite profitable. They also followed these tips and my coaching. They're able to put their business back on the market within less than a year and wound up exceeding their original asking price. Thanks for watching this installment of Your Business Value. And if you received value from this video, please consider liking and subscribing. And let me know in the comments what topics you would like me to cover next.